Welcome back to Credit Nerdy. It's your boy Genius, presented to you by Kyronic Financial. Welcome back to Credit Nerdy. We want to just have a very short discussion on what are the first steps that you should take when you're seeking to repair your credit. I'm going to tell you this. The first steps that you need to take in repairing your credit, you need to take several steps before you even start to become aggressive in disputing the negative items. You need to look over the structure of your credit report, especially if you're going to look to get credit and funding and financing. This is basic information that you need to know. One, go through the names, the addresses, the personal information section of your credit report, which is the first part of your credit report. Make sure you have one name there. Clean up the names that's there. Have one name there. You don't need more than one name on your credit report. The addresses, clean up the addresses, only have your current address, because all of the addresses is obsolete. They're gonna tell you sometime that that address is matched to certain account, so that is why they have it. They have it there. If you wanna fix that, I would actually go to the accounts that they're saying this about. If they are old accounts, it's kind of a bit more challenging. If they are current accounts, I would go there and change the address. Sometimes you can do this online without even calling in. If not, you can call and just update your address to the address that you want to be on your credit report and allow that address to stay there. Then contact the furnisher and tell them to update the address that they are reporting to the credit bureau, because they are reporting an address that is no longer your address, and you want them to update the address that they are giving the credit bureau on you. Or you can even argue with them not to furnish your address, but that's a whole nother ballgame. Once they update with the credit bureau, if the credit bureau is telling you, which a lot of times they tell, oh, we can't get rid of this address because it's linked to this account, then you go now, after they update it with them, challenge the address, because then it will not be linked to any account, and they can't tell you that we're not getting it out because it's linked. Once you do that, then you have one address, one name. Clean up the phone number section. You don't want to have a million phone numbers. Sometimes I have clients credit report and they have 10 names. They have 15, 20 address all over the place. They have 20 numbers, 10 numbers. You don't want that. When your credit profile look like that, it's not good. Clean up that information. The employment section, you don't need to list any employment on your credit report. I would not list my employment on my credit report. I clean all my credit reports, no employment information. And once the bureau pull that information and try to add it on, I dispute it and get it up. You don't need to know where I work. You don't need to have any sense of where I work. Once you do that, then you go to the smaller brokers, right? The Sage Streams, the Innovis, and the Lexus Nexuses, and all of the other ones. There's a lot of them. There are smaller data brokers, credit bureaus that are also data brokers. Freeze. Everyone say this, it's true. Freeze your credit report with them. And also dispute information that they have that you get out of the big trees. And get that clean up as well. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but you got to do this. In another couple of videos, I'm going to be dropping a lot of information on the other credit bureaus that you may never hear about and that you don't even realize exist. But we got to get our information cleaned up and have our information right, because your credit report is very important. It affects your well-being. It affects everything about you. You use it for insurance. You use it for employment, everything. So we got to control what information is out there on us, because our information and financial identity goes before it. Those are the first things that you do in starting out to clean your credit. Once you get those things in alignment, it's more likely, if the accounts that you're gonna be disputing, the address on it, those accounts that you're gonna be disputing, if the address no longer aligns with the address that you are using now on your file that you get to fix, do not change the address on those accounts, because you want it to be a mismatch between what is now on your file consistent with the accounts that you want to keep, as opposed to the information that is on those accounts. And that's how you start the process. A lot of times you can get a lot of this cleanup done online through the web portal of the big three bureaus. Go there, within 24 hours, you clean up your personal information and get your results. Sometimes it will take you a bit long, but sometimes it's very quick. That is the fastest way to do it. Instead of you mailing out letters and all that, just create your free account with them. Do not have a paid account. Create your free account with them. Dispute the information online. Within 24 hours, they will get back to you. Sometime within an hour, they clean up the information and notify you through email that they clean the information. Clean up your credit report and start your credit report. And then once it is cleaned up, once you freeze up the smaller brokers, and I say a lot of them, the LexisNexis has so much information on us, it's not funny. Even your neighbor, LexisNexis have information on. LexisNexis can tell you the house that you live in if it's not yours, or especially if it's yours, how much was paid for it, how much money was put as a down payment, all kind of mess. You see sometimes even your neighbor's business on LexisNexis, that is not your credit report. So all of that sort of information you want to clean up, and you need to dispute. If there's terrible information on these reports, dispute them too, because they are credit report, and the same method that you use to dispute with the big three is the same thing you use, because they fall under the Fair Credit Reporting Act as well. And once you do those things, you start your dispute. You have late payment, watch my late payment video, you will see how to dispute it. You have collections, watch my collections video. You have inquiry, watch it. We have also the package that you can buy that walk you through each of these and what you need to think about when you're dealing with them and how to deal with it, and the letters to go with it, and you get those and work on your credit. You don't have to be a pro. We have spent the time, I have spent the time studying for hours upon hours every day, 10, 12, 13 hours a day, studying the laws, studying the cases, studying everything to make sure I make your life easier. Where you have the letters, all you have to do is modify them, plug in your information. These are not template letters. These are not template letters. These are not letters that are just made. These are letters that are grounded within the law, that is unchanging and that is constant. Not template, not making up stuff, but dealing with the laws, understanding what the credit bureaus must do and what they cannot do and what they should do. And as a result, the letters are built that way. The different packets are there. You want the letters and the packets, and the packets are not just letters. They walk you through different things about your credit report and what you should know, and information that is not easily known unless you study this thing seriously and you use it to dispute and to get these things off. All right? Make sure you go and do some work. Start to clean up your credit for the 2024. Position yourself and get yourself ready to help yourself and your family and build your future. Peace. Tyrannic Financial, Credit Nerdy, your boy Genius. Blessings.